folks, this is Greg Gilbert, host of Python's Paradise and co-producer on 13 Fanboy and Victim No More, a host of other films. And speaking of which, the shirt I am wearing, 13 Fanboy. Before I get into this though, we are talking about Horror-Rama 2019, my third year in attendance. And I had a blast. I had a wonderful time. It's my favorite convention, and it's held in Toronto, Canada. And when I get VIP again, I always get the VIP, and I usually arrange flights and VIP and stuff like that in the spring of the year while the event takes place in the fall. And that year it was Christmas. Look at this, folks. Here's my kitty. This is Skittles. Skittles is like, why am I on camera? Why am I on camera? You, my buddy. You, my buddy. Folks, say hello to Skittles. Skittles is like, why am I on camera? You want to stay on here, Gil? No, he's I love my cat. I'm glad I got to show my cat because every time I go to Toronto, I meet up with Lisa Langlois, and she actually got me a gift for my cat because she knows I have a cat. And Lisa's show it. Horror-Rama 2019 was November 30th and December 1st, and it was the latest in the year we had it, but anyway, I like it when it's late in the year. But Lisa gave me a few parting gifts, and she gave me a stocking for my cat. And of course, you know, see, it says I love my cat, and I most certainly do. My cat's very camera shy, though. And she gave me a couple of these too. They got things in them to heat up. Of course, it was snowing there, and we get hit pretty hard with winter here. And all I need to know, I learned from my cat. So Lisa knows I have a cat, and got me the little gifts for my cat. So yeah, my cat's name's Skittles. And I understand one of my guests, Kimberly Haynes, a musician, has a cat named Skittles as well. But yeah, Lisa, I always try to see when I go down there. I didn't see her for for Comic Con 2019, but she was back in town for 2019 Horror-Rama, and I got a few things I neglected to show you guys on my last videos. 2018, Lisa had a get-together, and she had some of her friends in the industry there, and of course one of them was Robin Barker, who's a hairstylist, and he was my last interview before the pandemic. But Lisa gave everybody, and this only fits on my middle finger, but it's a mood ring. Lisa gave one of these to everybody, and like for her inner circle of friends, and I was kind of honored to get one. So I put it on my middle finger because it's too loose around the other ones. So I put it on that one, and it's a mood ring, and I was quite thrilled that she gave one of those to me. Another thing, 2017 Horror-Rama. I don't know why I forgot this. I was going to visit my younger brother, Andrew, who's my manager, and I have one of these shirts on, and I'm like, forgot to show. I got 3 t-shirts at Horror-Rama 2017. I want to show these off because they're beautiful. This is Carrie. Look at this. You got all these faces all over it. You got Sissy Spacek as Carrie right there in the middle, and you got all these people from the movie. currently I have interviewed Terry Bowley from the film. Terry Bolo was the only one. She was one of the tormentors, but amongst the girls, and she was very nice. And this, I was happy to get. I've interviewed 2 people from this movie. This is Suspiria. And of course, Jessica Harper's been on my show. Took me a while to get her, 2 years to get her, but I got her. And let me see. Let me switch over here and look here for a minute. Oh yeah. Girl here in agony there. Stefania Cassini, she's been on my show as well. She was the razor wire victim, so this was a wonderful t-shirt to get. So, and I got 3 of these. I got another one I'm going to show you. I've interviewed some people from this film as well. Black Christmas. I have been interviewed composer Carl Zitier. Lynn Griffin's been on my show 3 times. And I've had Nick Mancuso, who was the voice of Billy in some of the scenes. And let me see. Yeah, there's Lynn Griffin right there. And I love Margot Kidder in this film. Oh man, she stole every scene she was in. I don't get a lot of t-shirts when I'm at these events. It's not because I don't want to. It's just I don't see a lot of t-shirts that just reach out and grab me. But these did. So I was trying to see what company they were, because the guy that sold them to me at Horror-Rama was very nice. That was 2017, and these are beautiful shirts. So I got those. Now, I'm a co-producer. I'm going to take this off for a minute. I'm 13 Fanboy, and I got this shirt, ordered it prior to me going to Horror-Rama because I wanted to promote the film. And Debbie Sue Voorhees is the director, and she was happy that I was going to promote this. And, you know, you got Dee Wallace, you got Haley Greenbauer, Tracy Savage, who was the reason I got involved. You got Lara Park Lincoln, you've got Corey Feldman, Judy Aronson, Kane Hodder, Ron Sloan, and you got Jennifer Bonko. And unfortunately, Tom Matthews and Adrian King, who are both on this shirt, they're not in the movie. They walked away from the project for various reasons. Nothing disgruntled, but they had to leave the project. But so I got this shirt while they were part of it, so I have it. And they even brought this. This is a tote bag I ordered, and I brought this with me so I could promote the film at Horror-Rama. And it's too bad Tom Matthews pulled out of it, because next to Kane Hodder, he got the most attention on this shirt. But I'm very honored to be associated with this and have my name on it as co-producer. I'm going to show you photos that I got done there. Ryan Brown, again, was there for a 3rd year. I got nothing signed from him this time, but I did video him doing his performance, and his dove act is great, and worked with the rings and the cards. Here's one I had done special. There I am with the Cripe of Christmas. And you can't see it really well, but I got a stuffed crow or raven in my hand there. It was actually sitting on their desk, and I was like, "Can I borrow this?" I went over there, and they were doing these special pictures there, and so I did that picture and Tales from the Cripe Santa Claus there. So I did that, and of course I'm wearing my Horror-Rama T-shirt there. I got a very, very different VIP on that one, but I get them all mixed up. So, among others, I met there. Um, Bruce Pittman is the director of Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2. And I've had Paul Lynch, who was the director of the original Prom Night, on my show twice. And I'm looking forward to a day when Horror-Rama brings him in. Actually, he shot a film here in Fredericton called Frozen Assets with Bo Derek. He liked it here. But Bruce Pittman directed Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2. And he was at Horror-Rama 2017, but not as a guest. I met him through Leslie Donaldson because he just kind of showed up and was sitting there just chatting with her, and she introduced me to him. But he was a guest at the 2019 one. And it's interesting because after the event was done, because he lives in Toronto, so Lisa and I met him at a pub and had supper. And so I had these two amazing talents, Lisa Langlois and Bruce Pittman, at a table with me and reminisced, and that was a lot of fun. And he signed this. He had this as table from Prom Night 2. I don't have Prom Night 2 on Blu-ray, but it says, "To Greg, all the best, Bruce Pittman." I've called Bruce Pittman during the pandemic too, you know. Very, very nice man. I was happy to get that signed. George Busa. Most people know him from The Brain, and that was heavily advertised at Horror-Rama, but I liked him in this. This is a Christmas horror story where he plays Santa Claus, and he has to fight off zombie elves and stuff. Really good in this. William Shatner is in this as a DJ as well. It says, "To Greg, best wishes, George Busa, Santa." You should check this out. It's a Christmas horror story. That's what it's called. And George Busa was a really good Santa Claus in it. I liked him in that. Going back to Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2, this woman, I remember when I first saw her, I just kind of stood there and she looked at me as if wondering if I recognized her. I was kind of in between that because, boy, this woman's aged nicely. I'm talking about Lisa Siraj, the possessed Mary Lou in Prom Night 2. Look at that beautiful woman right there. Look at that. And she is still stunning today. It says, "Hi, Greg. It's not who you come with, it's who you take home." Love, Lisa Shiraz. This was her first con, I believe. And they had her and Bruce Pittman. Bruce Pittman hadn't seen her in a long while, so. And when Lisa and I had dinner with them, he remarked how stunning she still looks. And of course, from Demons 2, Carolina. She, of course, was the Demons 2 possessed woman who you see in the TV, you know. She was absolutely friendly. She was wonderful. And she signed a freebie for me, too, and she didn't have to. And she was in Demons 2, and remember she was not having a very good birthday party. But yeah, she was absolutely wonderful to meet. And finally, I wish Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had it been released on Blu-ray before I went to Horror-Rama, because I would have brought it with me. Because one of the actresses from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was there. I'm talking about Kansas Bowling. She was, yeah, and she signed this picture right here. There she is. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was in a Tarantino movie. It says to Greg Kansas Bowling, XOXO. Yes. There she is sitting down. I had a lot of questions for her to talk about working with Quentin Tarantino. But she wasn't there for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, though. She was there for something else I'm going to share with you. I got some signatures. Strangely, I can't play this in my Blu-ray player. It's not region free. I grabbed this while I was there, not even thinking about that. This here has got Jaretta, who was at the event, signed it there. Lamberto Bava was at the event. He signed it right there. Of course, the son of the great Mario Bava. And if I flip this down, Carolina of Demons 2 signed her right there. Carolina was wonderful. I loved her. She was just an absolute sweetheart. So I got that. Can't play it, but you know what? It's a keeper. I got 3 signatures on that. Paul Zaza was there as well. And with Paul Zaza, I got him to sign Prom Night. And had I thought about it a few years back, I would have got Carl Zitier to sign that as well. But because he and Carl did a lot of films together. But got him to sign Prom Night. And there is signatures in here on curtains. You got Lynn Griffin over here and Leslie Donaldson there from other encounters. And I met I'm trying to get his name right. Maurizio Guarini. I may have botched that from Goblin, and of course famous for doing the Argento movies. And here is Suspiria right there. I didn't have Deep Red on Blu-ray at the time, or otherwise would have got that done as well. But he was part of Goblin, keyboardist, I believe, and signed Suspiria for me. So there you go. Oh, I bought this while I was there. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I love Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I've interviewed the screenwriter of the Killer Tomato movies, and I'm hoping I see his name on here, because boy, it has left me right here, right now. But nonetheless, Costa Dillon, the screenwriter, I interviewed him from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and he was involved with this. I believe this was George Clooney's first film. I just bought that. It was there. And Kansas Bowling was there because she is the director of BC Butcher. It's not as good as her Quentin Tarantino outing, I'll tell you that, but it's amusing. It's a prehistoric slasher film. And here it is. She signed it right across the front there, if you can see that. Alley Oops is a big theme song for it. It's very hammy, very cheesy, very low budget, but you can tell they had fun making it. So, and I thought, well, I'm gonna grab one of these while it's there, and get her to sign it. I would have preferred Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but take what you can get. I got a couple of other items here. Here's a tote bag for Horror-Rama 2019. I got another one of these. Class of 1984, Lisa Langlois. And she signed it. It says, "To Greg, you're the best. Lisa Langlois." So I've got two of these now. And let's see. You always get Blu-rays. This one here is The Daytime Ended. I haven't watched this yet. I don't know how good it'll be. I don't know. Might be good. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. Carolina signed that as well. From Demons 2. Horror-Rama Christmas has everything in it. Yeah, Carolina Cataldi-Tassoli. Missing her name. Lamberto Bava was there. So was Geretta, George Buza, Paul Zaza, Maurizio Guarini, Lisa Sherrod, Bruce Pittman, Kansas Bowling, and of course Ryan Brown. So we have not even sure. And we have a CD, Blue Oyster Cult. It's called Bad Channels. Bad Channels. I haven't opened this yet, but I don't mind Blue Oyster Cult. Killer Music, Alien Airwaves. I might have to check this out. I haven't opened that yet. And while I was there, I attended quite a few movies while I was there. I saw Jojo Rabbit, and I had my first wine at a movie. I saw Apocalypse Now at an IMAX, first time for me. I saw a double billing of White Christmas and the original Black Christmas, which was interesting. And Christmas Vacation, saw in a VIP theater with recliner seats. And I went to a midnight screening of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. And I answered some questions and got a couple of tickets to Terror Train, which they played there at the end of December. So Terror Train was the next one they were putting on. And see what else we got in here. Well, we got this. I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna open it up. Oh, it's the Horror-Rama Horror-Rama poster. Oh gee, I got 3 Horror-Rama things in here. Some one from the previous year. And we got another one. I don't know how good those are coming in, but... And last, we attended Demons 1 and 2 screening, and it was a snowstorm, but Blood Opera, the band, played there. I won answered a question and won an extra bag, and had this in it. Blood Opera is a great band. They did a song called Fantasy for 13 Fanboy. I don't know if it'll be used, but that was in the bag. There's a little thing from Puppet Master. Little Puppet Master figurine. Speaking of Puppet Master Axis Rising, whatever. I haven't opened it. That's in there. And final episode, whatever. Haven't opened that either. And that little thing to put a bottle in. And that's it. And we got another one of these. See what's on this one. Okay, I better check this out. Oh, look at this. It's Black Christmas. I never even opened that. I love Black Christmas. And over here, the Drownsmen. Never seen that before. All right. Perfect. Well, folks, this is my Horror-Rama 2019 haul. And hopefully, that was the last convention I was at, but hopefully we'll have more to come once this coronavirus goes away. So, this is Python signing out, and take care. Go to the conventions when it's safe enough to do so, and meet some great folks. There you go.